Today, we're starting with just one number, but it's a big one, 91.4%.
Yeah, that's a number that really makes you stop and think.
It really does. It represents the average percentage of our worries, our fears, that, well, they just never actually happen.
Imagine that, all that mental energy worrying about things.
That statistically aren't coming.
Okay.
So our mission today is to really get into the research behind this number. Where did it come from?
Right. Who figured this out and how?
And what does it tell us about how worry actually works, or maybe doesn't work? Okay, let's dive in.
So this isn't just some random statistic someone pulled out of thin air. It's from a specific study.
A real study.
Oh, yeah. Published in 2019 in the journal Behavior Therapy. So pretty solid source.
Okay, good. And who are the researchers?
Lucas Lafreniere and Michelle Newman. They're at Penn State University.
And they set out specifically to test how accurate our kind of doom predictions are.
Exactly. They looked at a specific group, 29 people who were diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD.
GAD, okay. So people who tend to worry a lot.
Precisely. And the method was, well, pretty clever, actually. Participants wrote down their specific worries, like really specific ones.
Over what period?
Over 10 days, they kept a log, and then...
Then comes the tracking part, right? Checking what actually happened.
Yep. For the next 30 days, they tracked the outcomes. Did the thing they worried about actually occur?
So they were basically fact-checking anxiety.
You could put it that way, yeah.
But hang on, if they study people with GAD, diagnosed anxiety, how much does that apply to everyone else listening? Is that 91.4% just for them?
That's a really important question. And actually, using the GAD group makes the findings stronger, in a way.
That's so.
Well, think about it. If people whose anxiety is, clinically significant, if their worries are wrong 91.4% of the time.
Then for the average person, it's likely even higher. Or at least that figure represents a kind of worst-case scenario for inaccurate worrying.
Exactly. It sets a really powerful baseline. We're seeing the upper limits of that unnecessary distress.
Okay. So back to the main result. 91.4% unfounded.
On average, yes. But here's something even more striking. The most frequent result for individuals was 100%.
Wait, 100%? Meaning, for many participants, none of their recorded worries came true.
None. Zero. Over that period.
Wow. Just think about the mental anguish spent on absolutely nothing.
It's profound, really.
But what about the other side? That small slice, the 8.6% of worries that did happen, at least partly, did the worrying help them?
See, that's where it gets even more interesting for that 8.6%.
Yeah.
When the feared event did occur about a third of the time, the participants rated the outcome as better than they expected.
Better. So even when they were right to worry, the reality wasn't as bad as the catastrophic picture they'd painted.
Pretty much. It suggests the intensity of the worry itself was often way out of proportion to the actual event, even when it happened.
So the overall conclusion from the researchers
is that worry, especially in the context of GAD, but likely extending more broadly, is just largely inaccurate. It's highly exaggerated.
Our threat detection system is working overtime, but it's not very good at predicting the future.
Not very accurate, no. It's designed to keep us safe, but it massively overshoots.
And that brings us to the application for you listening right now. This isn't just a number to quote.
Right. It's about understanding that anxiety often operates on false premises.
And challenging those premises, asking, is this really likely to happen? Or how bad would it actually be? That's a core part of managing anxiety effectively.
It's evidence-based. This study really highlights that. Your anxious brain is probably, exaggerating a lot.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. If over 90% of the bad stuff you anticipate isn't going to happen.
Yeah, think about the percentage of your mental energy right now, today,
that you're spending on distress that is basically avoidable, completely self-generated.
The number itself, 91.4%, it's striking. But the real point isn't the number, it's the suffering caused by the worry itself.
That worry is the immediate suffering, not just preparation for potential future suffering.
Exactly. So maybe take a moment to consider where your own mental energy goes most often. What's the source of your most frequent unnecessary distress? Because statistically, it's probably not going to happen the way you fear.
If anxiety has ever kept you up at night, if you've ever felt like your mind just won't slow down, or that worry is running the show, you're not alone. That's exactly why we created Mind Cove. It's a science-based app designed by a psychologist with over 16 years of experience to help you understand, manage, and finally move past your anxiety one small step at a time. No fluff, no quick fixes, just practical tools, guided exercises, and a calm space to get your mind back on your side. Download Mind Cove today on the App Store and start building a life that feels lighter, clearer, and more in your control.